happens when you are on summer vacation, Michael.
Oh, and I was getting my kid ready, getting dinner for them, and I just lost track of time.
It happens.
Okay, now that you figured out parched land's very dry, no formal settlement, scorpion people, you also know that nomads' tales speak of an accursed city built and abandoned by, depending on who's telling the story, either the ancient Ninsaburians or some vile subterranean race. The Gurtab Lilu see themselves as guardians of the fabled cities and have forcibly turned away all visitors, implying the pilgrims are unworthy. The Ash Giants are less principled and more warlike, harassing anyone they find, although sometimes they show respect for those they cannot bully.
Just sometimes.
Right. You all have a map that you got from Biting Lash that shows roughly the route to where the city is and how to get there. What city you want to leave from, what you want to buy. It looks like the trek will take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks through the desert.
Well, is it... Biting Lash obviously has the capabilities to, or had the capabilities to do, like, caravans and setting them up and that kind of stuff, hence why Lulz dealt with her. And Biting Lash doesn't really need her stuff anymore because, you know, she's busy being, you know, dead. So what are the chances that, you know, we do a little, like, upcycling and, you know, be able to get ourselves some sweet-ass camels, some Lawrence of Arabia gear, all on the cheap and quicker, like, super fast.
Well, I got my Dawnflower sash, so I'm good.
I believe I actually do have desert gear. Bought it several sessions ago.
The thing with Biting Lash is you've pretty much killed all her guards, and the fort isn't her home, it's just her outpost. So there's not really any gear there. But outfitting a caravan with like mounts and supplies and guides and all that stuff, you can do that. It's way less expensive than the magical items that you guys fling around.
Yeah, we actually have some money in the group fund that was kept aside specifically for like little expenses like this.
Transportation issues. It's our petty cash fund.
Yeah, also, Michael, your icon was messed up. That's why I changed it. I did have it as a hungry flesh, but Foms was like, no, don't make him a horrible monster. So I made you the Dragon, because it's like noble and shit.
Oh, okay.
But it appears to be fixed now.
I uploaded a new picture.
But yeah, we should just get some basic... here's the thing. Who all has handle animal as a skill? Who all has ride as a skill?
Sala has it because that's her. That's a class skill for card. You know, for her ride.
It may be a class skill, but I don't think she's actually trained in it.
No. Never mind.
No, I know.
Make it a sex joke.
I know. You know, just because she's not good at something, we don't.
I have 3 points in ride somehow.
I gotta get my daughter down now.
Well, I have. I didn't put any points into it, but I got I guess +4 to it. And for handle animal, it's a +9.
Are you trained in handle animal?
I am not.
I am pretty sure that handle animal is trained only.
But I have Jack of all trades, and at 10th level, a bard can use any skill, even if the skills normally required him to be trained.
Well, there you go. Okay, so then you're our camel driver. Or our caravan driver.
Yay!
Yeehaw, Pappy! Keep them mules in line.
Wagons, ho!
I look over the camels. Yes, they look like fine beasts. And I actually know what I'm talking about there.
The cost to hire camels and caravan, and if you want a guide to guide you through the desert, it's going to cost you about 1,500 gold.
Question: why would we need a guide to go to an unknown city?
It just says if you want to hire a guide, it's in here.
No, I'm just. Is there something that a guide would actually be useful for?
Basically a desert guide, someone who knows the desert, be able to tell you, don't step in that. That's a scorpion nest, or look out.
Don't eat that.
Yeah, don't eat that. A sandstorm's coming.
Well, though he's not here right now, we do have the ranger, or sorry, the slayer, who actually has survival skills, and we have the witch with a super high nature check. So I really don't think we need it.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to cut the guide out, that will take it from 1,500 to, let me calculate this here.
All right.
It'll take it to 1,200. Remember, you do have the frail old woman with you, unless you want to stick her in a house and leave her.
We have a frail old woman.
Yeah, the one we rescued.
Down boy.
About to say.
Yeah, she knows the way, but the desert guy would just be the one who'd be like, yeah, there's water over there. And she's like, no, we totally need to go that direction because of magic.
No, she knows roughly where the city is, but she's never actually traveled there. Because she's a Yithian, she's mind swapped. So she was in the city, and her mind left.
We have a mind swap person?
Yeah. The frail old woman is actually some sort of crazy alien thing.
She's the Yithian. They look sort of like a plant Dalek with like tentacles.
How much did I miss last time?
I don't know. When did you leave?
You didn't really miss this part. You were there when we rescued the lady. We like, hey, we're gonna go take care of this shit, and she's like, okay, I'll stay here. And we went to the other side, and that is promptly right after we found her, and stuff is when they got turned into stone. But if you were drinking and or doing the cracks, I understand if you don't understand.
Also, when Catlatha was there was a couple thousand years ago, so things might have shifted, landmarks may have moved.
I'm going to assume we're navigating by the stars, because there's not much in the way of, terrain features in a fucking open desert.
Unless you have a wayfinder.
No, there are terrain features. It's not like all sand dunes. There's like, rock outcroppings and...
Yeah, those get buried, though. Unless there's mountains or, like, very large plateaus or things like that. The sand shift a lot. There's not much in the way of...
Yeah, no, there's like mesas and gulches and all sorts of stuff.
I will say that I always know direction. It's just a spell I have.
I have a wayfinder.
Unless there's something magical about it, it's a compass.
It's a compass, yeah.
Does the price that we have for the thing include whatever we need to get our frail old woman with us too? Or is it like, no, now we gotta build her like a hyperbaric chamber?
No, it includes the price of keeping her with you.
No, we got a wagon, right? And something to pull the wagon.
Yeah.
There we go.
Groovy. And then I could even keep all the people and the animals on the wagon protected from the elements. Because I'm cool like that.
Well, that sounds like plan, Stan.
Yep, that, and like I said, we just need to rent a room, probably on a monthly basis. I figure we'll pop back in every, at least once a month to rent it further. So that anyone we have that can teleport should get very familiar with the room.
If I'm going to contemplate this room on a meditative level, I'm going to decorate.
Okay, so what kind of room do you want?
The royal suite.
No, we don't.
The champagne room.
Cheap, with an innkeeper that's not going to fucking bother us.
Not going to go through
With
our
a
shit.
door with a good lock. We're not really keeping anything in there. I just don't want to pop in on some fucking goat herder fucking his sheep or something.
Awkward.
It's happened more than once.
It's the desert.
And goat herders herd goats.
Yeah, they come to town for the sheep.
Oh, okay. But it wouldn't be his sheep.
It is for
Well,
the
no,
night.
because that would be weird.
Okay, the cheapest private room you can get is going to be 2 gold pieces a night.
Damn, dude, that's a lot of freaking gold.
That's a cheap one?
Let me double check.
I mean, because that's a lot of gold for the.
And at that rate, would just rent a house.
Yeah, you might as well. Shit.
Yeah, in stay good per night 2 gold pieces, and good is the cheapest one that comes with your own room. Poor and common mean that you get to sleep on the floor.
That's fine, as long as.
Hang on a second. We're in Kathir, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's go to that place where we cleared up their whole big mess for them, and ask them to give us just a little small room.
Why don't we just use the freaking lady's castle thing in the...
Because we're in a different city.
Oh. Damn. Okay.
We're a half day's ride from the big city, but still, yeah, if you just wanted to pop back and, like, sell some shit, yeah, we might as well do it in the city.
No, actually, Solid, that castle is on an island that's several hundred miles from where we are now. That was her tower was off of Okano. And we're now by Kathir, back where we first came into the desert.
Okay, I thought we were in Okano. Okay.
No, because Okano's a little island, and then we'd have to sail, and then go across the desert.
Well, the people whose house you saved from with the funeral and stuff,
Not them.
the magisterium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the magisterium could definitely give you. It's not like a room where you can. It's not like an in room, but they definitely give you your own like study closet.
That's fine. It's just got to be someplace we could teleport in and out of.
Oh yeah, they are more than happy to help you
Kind
out
of
with
someplace to set our Hearthstone to.
And then, and let them know that we're going to be teleporting in, so please don't set your traps, because I don't want to have to kill a bunch of your stuff.
No,
Again.
they assure you that all the traps and stuff, that was because of the theft of the Necronomicon. You turned all those off, and they're not going to be turned on again because they're broken. you know, not that they were broken when you got there. That's why they were all messed up and full of horrible monsters. That wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, that stuff wasn't supposed to happen, so they are not turning them back on until they can get fixed. And even then, they wouldn't trigger unless someone, you know, did something horrible like steal an Necronomicon again.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we can then get that room there and not have to pay 2 gold a night to keep a room that we won't be in.
Yeah, that's like driving. It's like paying for a car that you can't drive.
More than one of my classmates in college basically lived in one of those little things, little art studios. They were rooms with no running water, one outlet, but they pretty much lived in them.
Oh, that thing that like burns down because they're illegal?
No, they were, you know, they were apartments at one point, but they, back in the day, you know, it wasn't uncommon for you to rent a room that didn't have its own bathroom and that kind of thing. So in these older apartment buildings, they just called them studio spaces. And in theory, they were supposed to be the place where you went instead of filling up your dorm room with, like, the smell of oil paint and shit.
Instead, you slept there, inhaling all the oil paint, which explains a lot about old artists.
Yeah.
Was the good shit.
Yep. Okay, so you said it was 1,200 gold for our caravan costs. That includes everything, right? Everything we need for a caravan: tents, supplies.
Yeah, water barrels, tents, supplies.
Luckily,
food.
I can create fresh water for people. So
Yeah, we counted on that. That's why we sold the decanter of endless water.
good call.
Since we have one.
I am an unlimited decanter. At this level, I can make how many gallons of water every round?
I'm just curious where the spout is.
Well, where do you want the spout from?
The somatic components of Create Water are singing "I'm a Little Teapot."
I can show you what the points are.
I'm never gonna be clean.
You'll be nice and clean.
Okay.
Quick! Pretend you're siphoning gas, Sala. Get that spout going. We need water.
Something's broke here.
Okay, traveling from the northwest edge of the Parchlands to Neruvzaven requires approximately 230 miles of travel.
I need AFK real quick.
Now I have a question. You know, I can inspire people to be awesome and shit with my bardic performance. Can I bardically enhance our draft animals to haul their asses quicker?
You can't, but there are bardic archetypes that have that ability.
It's called whipping them harder, right?
In fact, no, it's one of the bardic masterpieces that you could have taken in place of a spell called triple time or something to that effect.
Then I handle them in the animals in a completely appropriate manner, as my skill check allows me to, and on horsey/camel.
Well, honestly, ride only matters like if combat happens.
It's not ride, it's handle animal to handle a train of animals.
I'm not training anything.
Okay, so deduct the 1,200 from the group funds.
Ready did.
Good. Is there anything else you want to do before you leave Kathir? Any extra shopping you want to get? Anything you want to buy? Whorehouses you want to visit?
Already did.
No, I'm good. Get the old lady.
Anybody else have anything they need?
No, the only person I can think of is Anno might want to buy a spell or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's AFK for a second.
Okay, we will wait until he comes back. Because I don't want to depart until everyone is ready to go.
I'm just glad that I have +5 armor now.
That's how you spent all your money on this time?
Yeah, I really couldn't think of much. I'm like, I don't know, I need armor. My weapon, I mean, I'm not using it enough to justify a bonus +1 to it. And, you know, so it made sense. I'm sick of getting, I have an AC of 30 now.
Groovy.
Actually, it wasn't that expensive. I was like, damn, I still got leftover money.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay, Anno, is there anything you want to buy or anything you want to do before y'all leave town?
I think I'm good.
Well, make sure, because y'all are about to leave civilization as you know it.
Look, okay, give me a sec to look over these rods Fawn sent me.
I enjoy. I take some of my personal gold and I enjoy a day in a day spa or afternoon, whatever. Knowing this is probably gonna be the last time I get really good and thoroughly cleaned.
Okay, can I find a lesser intensified metamagic rod here?
You're in Kathir, the capital of Kadira, one of the largest trading cities on the planet. You can find anything there.
Then I will do such.
Yeah, those are they're 3,000, and the elemental ones, the lesser ones, are also 3,000.
So I guess I'll grab one of each just to be thorough.
You just got to pick which element it'll be.
Also, you know, there are a lot of, because you were able to pick 2 spells when you leveled, you can go buy other spells.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I honestly have no idea which spells to get at this point, so I've got a pretty good catalog going on.
Yeah, I mean, I without knowing the witch's spell list off the top of my head, you know. Hang on, is Bone Shatter a witch spell?
Bone Shatter or Bone Shaker?
Bone Shatter.
Don't know. I know I have Bone Shaker. Let me check.
Bone Shatter would be a higher level spell, probably like 6th level.
It is not a witch spell.
Oh, poop.
Arcanist, Cleric, Sorcerer, and War Priest.
Let's see, what do you get at this level? 7th level spells?
Yes.
Oh yeah. What did I pick up for level 7 spells? Well, Elemental Body, because that's my domain spell. And Destruction.
Well, you're a cleric, so you get all the spells. You only memorize a certain number of them a day.
Yeah, I picked up destruction because that sounded cool.
Does sound pretty cool.
Let's see, which spell? Harm, heal, chain lightning.
Yeah, I got heal, that level 6 spell.
Chain lightning's pretty awesome. Harm is also pretty awesome. Heal is always awesome.
Yeah.
See,
Banishment.
regenerate,
Yeah, banishment.
true seeing.
Oh, I got true seeing, yeah, that too. Raise dead as well.
Wait, no, sorry, true seeing is a level 6 spell.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see.
level 5 for me. And Breath of Life times 2, just in case.
Well, there's something you could have bought too. I mean, Michael, you could have bought first aid gloves.
No, I got those rapid recovery bandages. Just in case.
But if you're good to go, we'll get this party started.
Yeah, I've got a pretty good spell repertoire already.
I'm just gonna like have to try to use elemental body once, because that would be.
I did pick up. I would like to pick up 2 meta magic rods, an intensified, and an elemental acid one.
Okie dokie.
So that's minus 6,000 out of my fund.
Yep.
Cool.
Alrighty.
I can almost taste lulls, man. We're gonna get that sucker.
Your caravan travels through the trackless desert, winding through windswept mesas and through gulches carved by long extinct rivers. It's hot. It's dry.
And luckily, I'm just making it rain wherever I go. Literally.
Create water disappears after one day, so you're not going to change the local environment.
Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna. I got a swamp cooler walking with me.
Okay, so instead of being hot and dry, it's now hot and humid.
Oh god, it's like Ohio.
Let's see here. I can create up to 2 gallons per level, per round.
Yeah.
26 gallons of water, man.
Unask the cart before you start spilling water all over our shit.
Yeah, true. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I take the Amos has this little sort of like, if you ever seen the samurai with the little banner attached to the back of their armor.
Mm-hmm.
He has one of those. It's like 3 foot by 1 foot.
The Cavalier thing?
It's purple silk with some 3 white orchids on it, and he takes it off the little mount on his back, attached it to a pole, and attached it to the wagon, and it applies endure elements to the animals and everyone in the wagon.
This is pleasant.
I love my Dawnflower sash.
I say as I drive on our miscellaneous draft animal.
It's probably a camel.
Camels.
Well,
Camels.
we probably have a camel pulling it, and then we have, like, pack camel. Like, in the back.
If we're pulling a wagon, we have multiple animals. One camel ain't gonna do it.
If I've got two
Multiple camels.
Oh, I mean, just the wagons and gotta be big enough for 4 people, so no multiple. Right. Anyway, I'll shut up.
But the journey is, despite the endure elements, still far from pleasant. The sun is bright, glistening off the sand and off the rocks.
And my shiny silver and gold celestial armor
is not helping.
Gleam.
She keeps wiping off her useless hipster glasses.
The dust and sand is blowing in the wind, getting into your eyes, getting into your clothes.
I think I'm going to get triggered here in a second.
And 2 days after you enter the parched lands, you spot the first sign of habitation. A pair of territorial markers atop a ridge.
Ooh. Sounds like some kind of desert dweller thing.
Do you want to go look at them closer?
Hell yes. It's the most interesting thing out here.
Indra is sitting in the cart using her fighting fan as a fan. Going, yeah, no, you do that shit. I'm staying here.
Well, you're driving the wagon.
It's the only one that can.
One hand is on the reins, the other one's fanning herself like, We
stop once in a while, set up a pool.
10 and 2, woman. 10 and 2.
So, are you using the glamored ability of your robe to like change so you got like the little straw hat and stuff and the coveralls?
No, I'm not a farmer's daughter.
Something jump in your undercage.
Oh, it's powerful, Hardy, I do declare.
I'm Indra Sue, and I'm gonna go see my cousin.
Your cousin, Daddy?
My cousin brother.
My cousin, brother, uncle.
Okay. The first of the territorial markers is a rough-hewn, pointed obelisk bearing numerous inscriptions. The largest inscription reads in common, "These sacred territories contain a slumbering evil. Turn back. The wardens suffer no trespass." The other inscriptions, does anybody speak Gertablilu?
No, but I have tongues.
Doesn't tongue just allow us to speak it, not read it?
Or you could just do comprehend languages, which is a lower level spell, and you know.
I don't remember if I prepared that one. Let me check. Yeah, I do actually comprehend languages prepared. So yes, I'm going to cast it, and I do speak it now.
Okay. The other inscriptions are all written in Gertablilu and appear to show sequential dates scrawled by myriad hands. Each time, it appears that each time a Gertablilu patrol reaches this marker, its leader records the date. By the time the obelisk has nearly run out of room for more inscriptions, erosion has already worn away the oldest entries. However, when you read the dates, it looks like patrols stop here every 5 days, but the last entry is over a month ago.
Oh, so either the patrol's late or missing. I'm just like, interesting. Yeah, and then I relay the information to the group.
When you go to examine the other stone marker, the message conveyed by it is considerably cruder. A decaying Gertablilu is impaled upon the obelisk.
Oh.
So that's what they are.
Like a literal, like, actual body impaled?
Yes. And,
thankfully we all speak impaled bodies. So.
Yes, that's a very distinct, language.
And on this monument is a crudely carved word, weak. It's unlike the other writing, which it looks, like writing. This is very crudely carved, like someone did it in crayon, and it says weak.
Fucking Marines.
I say to our passenger, know what that might be all about?
And she just shakes her head. No. It's been so long since I've been in this desert, I don't know what may have occupied the area.
Oh, what's her name again?
Kaklat Cackletath.
Kaklathma.
Cackletath. There we go.
Give a dog a bone.
All right, Cack.
You rescued her. You rescued her, so you can call her Cackle for short.
No, we already have somebody that does that.
It'll be really awkward when Aaron says, "I do cackle."
We'll call her KK. KK?
What about Kiki?
KK.
Lols.
I
We
prefer Kiki.
got lols and we got freaking KK.
Okay then.
Well, it looks like we should we might have some company out here.
Probably good idea that we got two separate entities of warring people here.
Everybody. So you continue on, through the day. The days are hot. The nights are very cold.
Luckily, I also have a winter blanket as well.
Everyone give me a survival check.
For what purpose?
To see if you notice stuff.
Okay. Is this a bonus tracking to be for tracking, or is it to avoid being lost?
Tracking.
Okay, so then I got my lenses of detection. So plus 10. Are you serious?
And of course, for some reason, our scout is off scouting elsewhere on his own.
Hashtag just scout things.
Yeah.
This is the one time where we can be sneaky, huh?
And everyone give me a perception check. Okay. Okay, so throughout the days, it's not all unchanging deserts and sand dunes. As you can see in the picture that I gave you, there are rocky hills, gulches, and mesas. On the fifth day, the group is traveling through a pass bordered on either side by a series of broad mesas. The steep slopes of the reddest mesas have few handholds, and average 80 feet in height.
Well, before we go into an obvious ambush situation like this, I'm activating my ability to fly with overland flight.
Oops, I pushed a button.
Maybe our Slayer should check for.
He's not with us.
He's not. He's hanging out somewhere. Scouting.
Oh Lord, the page changed. This is going to be bad.
Michael, you want to give yourself full health?
I don't even know where I am.
Yeah, it's just a black screen for me.
Same. Oh, there we are.
Can you shift ping us over there?
Wow, this isn't even updated from when I updated it.
Though this is a wagon, I guess I'd be in front.
Okay.
I'll be sitting on the buckboard there next to our wagon driver.
How can you shame me in front of these people?
I married me a powerful, ugly creature.
We got the hero of Aeons 10 here.
We do have that.
And you can see at the other end of the pass.
Well,
And everybody give me a perception check. Okay, Amos and Erevan, everybody notices that this cluster of withered brush and stuff, it looks like it's probably a pit trap.
Oh.
So, I am unfamiliar about the basic biological lore of Pathfinder. Are giants universally evil? Or are there some
No.
good giants and bad giants? Okay.
all depends on the type. Though
So,
more often are they evil than not.
and are they, like the trope often portrays them, dumb as fucking bricks?
Sometimes.
Some not.
They have a wide
just trying to-
range of abilities.
I was trying to figure out if this guy dug a pit trap, covered it all up, and is hiding behind, like, a single leaf to see if it works.
Did she say that?
Yes, let's say that. But I say it to you.
No, I'm saying,
quietly.
did the GM say that? Then, you know.
No, it's hypothetical.
Well, everybody go ahead and roll for initiative. Okay, Amos.
Amos will come in front there and call out to this giant person. Hello there. We're just passing through. Don't want to fall in that scrub-covered pit. So, you're not going to give us any trouble, are you?
Okay. Erevan, what are you going to do?
I'm going to hold for now.
Crumb?
I'm going to cast Bless.
All right. The giant picks up one of the rocks next to him and throws it at Amos. And he laughs.
This fucking guy.
It's kind of a dick move,
Um,
man.
Can I go now? Since I help.
You go after he does. Delay doesn't let you interrupt somebody.
Well, that's what I meant. But,
So he throws the rock.
Amos slashes the rock in half.
That's exceptionally anime.
We should be using mythic rules because he's so mythic.
it's like some Castlevania shit.
Okay, Indra.
No, me, because thing. The whole.
Yeah.
All right.
Hit him with Evil Eye, -4 to saves.
Okie dokie. He fails.
Turn tootin'.
Now, Indra.
I begin to dance and cast haste.
Recommend Amos casting death.
From up on the cliff, another rock flies at Indra, who cast a spell.
But I don't want to get hit.
Amos slices the rock from the air. Because I get to do it against targets on me or people adjacent to me.
What feat is that, man?
Slice from the air and smash from the air.
No shit.
Smash
an
from the
actual
air lets
thing?
me, yes.
When'd you pick that up?
I've had them for a while, I just haven't ever had to use them.
That's like the awesomest feat ever.
It's pretty cool.
It's an advanced weapon training option for fighters.
That is freaking neat.
Amos.
So you're gonna make this difficult, are you? Alright. Amos will... wait, oh, he's in... I'm gonna charge.
Okay, step, well, when you get to right here,
Right where?
right there,
Oh. Well, fuck.
the giant claws come out of the quote-unquote pit trap.
That a bitch.
So that was his attack of opportunity.
That was actually
So
kinda metal, man.
that's a no.
That's pretty metal.
I guess he's gonna take his. Or does Scorpion have any more?
No.
Does Dopey Face there want to take his?
Oh, wait, sorry. The scorpion, he doesn't attack of opportunity. He erupts from the ground and pounces you. So he full attacks, which I'm sure is going to do a lot of damage. Oh, he actually does do damage. My god.
So
He does 20 whole damage. Does not confirm. And you take no poison damage.
So again, does he want to make an attack? Obviously, there's no discordant voice at this range. But 36 points of damage.
Okie dokie. As your sword slashes into him, he's like, ow! And the guy up on the cliff is like, ha 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 ha.
Let's try to take at least one of these guys alive so we can figure out what the fuck's going on.
If the scorpion pounced me, it's not its turn in the initiative. It
Yeah.
would have had to have been when it pounced.
So it is Crumb's turn.
Well, I am going to be brave and... Shit. Go here? And cast lightning, maybe. Let me see if the range is. I got 20 more feet of movement, so... Lightning touch. 30 feet. So no. Okay, so how close do I gotta get? How high up is this cliff?
80 feet.
80 feet.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But I got... I'll do not. I'll just... I'm done.
Okay. The guy in front of Amos tries to swing at him again. Look at that, he's almost hitting you.
I know. That's a bullshit right there.
Erevan.
What to do? Fireball, I think. I am going to toss a fireball at the dude up top.
You want to identify the guy before you cast fireballs on him?
Do what knowledge check would that be?
Local for giants.
No.
Well, if you're going to fireball him, use your new toy. Just remember, shit in the desert might be resistant to heat. Acid him.
You know what? That does sound nice. So, is there like any extra roll I got to do for the acid?
Nothing.
Thing? So just roll like it would do normally. Just it does acid instead of fire.
Yep.
Right on.
And you have a handy haversack, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So you could just switch your rods out. It's like, oh, grab one. Actually, you could just wear them at your waist. There's no real...
Let's hit dude up top with an acid fireball.
Okie dokie. His reflex did not save.
Something
he took-
dick, son.
So he takes damage and he's like, oh! And the guy in the bottom starts laughing at the dude up top.
See, I
Damn,
did it
man.
just to that because I was like, oh, you think that's funny? Watch this.
He must think he's in London with all that acid hitting him in the face.
Indra.
Too soon?
Okay, I'm going to do the knowledge local check. and I probably don't know what the fuck's going on.
Mm-mm.
I am going to move. Oh, I got it. Sorry. Why aren't I moving? I'm going to move up to here. Oh god, oh god, oh god. And then I'm going to cast my brand new spell on the dude up top. Which is... Resonant Voice. Word, not voice, sorry.
Okay, Muad'Dib.
So how much damage does it take?
Let's see here. Let's roll some dice.
Let me roll his fort save.
Right.
He rolled a 27.
How do I know? I always forget this part.
What level spell is it?
It's a 5th level spell, so I gotta go to the DC.
And then it starts at a 10, so that's 15. And then your modifier is a 6, so that's 21.
He resists me.
Well, he still takes the half damage of the 5d6.
Yes, so roll the 5d6.
So you didn't have your little focusing thing.
All right, the guy up top. He's displeased by the acid that hit him in the face. The Muad'Dib, not happy about it, but the acid is much more of an owie to him. Or at least it's more of a physical, I know what's going on. So he's going to throw a rock at Erevan.
Can I laugh at Erevan?
I think he missed.
You totally missed. Hold on, I think I can hit him with... I think Hellish Rebuke can be used as a reaction? No, that's only if it hits me. Or something. Let me find it. Nope, never mind. Can't do it.
My turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. Well... do I want to kill the scorpion or do I want to kill the giant?
Kill the scorpion.
Yeah, probably a better idea. I will 5-foot step since the scorpion's right here. I've no sonic because I'm not within 30 feet of Sala.
Okay, that hits. Second one hit. Okay.
Does 27 hit?
Yes, it does. The scorpion, very much not happy with all of that, attacks you right back.
Man, I got crits to knock stones down, but nothing else.
Does a 37 hit?
It does.
Does a 44 grab?
Hang on.
You don't have the stones to grab him.
Hey!
Damn, hang on a sec. I gotta add in, activate all the little buffs that are up. It does grab me.
You take
By
20.
1 point.
You take 20 from the constriction on his claws. Now this scorpion looks rough. It's like leaking ichor out of its chitin.
Oh no, I just took 40 more points of damage. I'm down 60.
Well, I can't see your health bars, so.
I don't know why it's not showing up, dude. It's
Because apparently whenever the thing changes, it doesn't show up. So he's saying that because he is fine. Let me look at that.
I couldn't tell if he was fine. Oh, there we go. He's down like a fourth or a third.
I'm down a third of my health.
I have 94 hit points.
I have 186 at full.
So the scorpion's having a bad day, huh?
Yeah, scorpion. Crumb.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and cast Destruction on it.
Dude, try holding your push to talk down the whole time you're talking.
I'm going to cast Destruction on it.
Yay!
Okay.
So 10 points of damage per caster level. If the spell slays the target, it consumes or remains utterly in holy or unholy fire. But that's equivalent of possessions.
What's the range on
It's
destruction?
25 feet plus 5 feet for every 2 levels, so I'm good. So if it's
I don't think he has that many hit points.
I just want to see it get turned into holy fire. That'd be awesome. But it has that's a DC 22 fort save, and if it saves, it takes 10d6 instead. And the only way to restore life to this thing is to, like a miracle. Or to resurrect.
Save or not, it had 3 hit points, so...
It's consumed by holy fire, yes!
That was the epic example of overkill.
You know what? It's not overkill if it works.
I just had to flex my muscles.
So, quick mechanics question. With the elemental rod, does that include, like, holy damage and necrotic, or are those not considered elemental?
No, only fire. Fire, cold, acid, or electricity is elemental.
Gotcha. Just wanted to ask.
That's specifically why the holy is there in certain spells to offset that.
Okay, one more mechanic question. Can I combine effects of rods, or is it just like one at a time?
One rod at a time.
Okay.
Though if you had a feat, you could be using the feat on the spell and then use a rod with it.
Okay, the giant. Got a 5-foot step and once again swing at Amos.
He misses. Because haste gives me a 37 AC.
Redonkulous.
Don't be so
Aravan.
hasty.
Okay, dude up top, I'm going to hit him with Flame Strike with the acid.
He totally fails.
That's an unfortunate number of ones in those dice rolls, though.
Well, you know what? Like I said, I flew too close to the sun earlier.
Indra.
Okay. I'm going to move up to here. Well, Okay, this is about the environment. If I am here, like i.e. pressed up against the wall of the cliff, can the dude above me still be able to see me, or does he have to move closer to like throw the rock down, or like what?
He would have to move to the edge of the cliff to throw the rock down, or drop the rock down.
Okay, well then I'm gonna move here, where I cast blistering invocation, or in fact, word is hard.
Invective.
Yes. I say mean things and I hurt his feelings.
Okay, the guy next to Amos saves. So he will not catch on fire, but do your demoralize. The guy on the cliff is 80 feet above you.
Yep. I knew that. I just wanted to make sure he would have to do a little work to hurt me.
So do your intimidation check.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, why are we still sitting here?
We know you're sorry. Just apologize.
And he is intimidated. Just barely, though. The guy up on the cliff, after getting flame striked, is going to throw a rock at Ereven, because he does not like her.
Well, you could suck my lady dick.
Does a 23 hit?
That is also a miss.
Don't forget your armor class is one higher right now because of haste.
Yeah, that is a miss.
He's like, sit still! Let me hit you!
No, I don't think so.
Amos.
Well, oh, 5-foot step. Everything critting. I don't know if the last one confirmed, but the first three.
Can we not kill one of them at least?
Okay, yeah, you kill him. He is dead.
I'll just, you know what, before I go any further, I'm going to actually attempt to make a knowledge local check, because what the fuck, why not?
And as you crit the fuck out of him, the guy up on the cliff is laughing his ass off. He thinks that is the funniest thing he has ever seen.
You gotta keep in mind, the dude's like half melted from all the acid, so it's probably like a bubbling kind of laugh as he kind of, like, his lips are kind of falling off.
I just yell out, do you want to give up now, or do you want more of that?
And if he can yell back, it's not his turn, but he'll yell back. He's like, nah, man, we cool. Crumb.
I am going to move doubly to Amos.
just like the idea of back there, the camels are just sitting there chewing, like, look at these motherfuckers.
Okay, is that all you're gonna do?
Well, I double moved.
Okay. Erevan.
Refresh my memory. What is my maximum movement again?
30 feet for half move. If you're gonna double move, it's gonna be 60.
And then an additional 30 because you got haste on you.
Okay, just in case, I'm going to hit this dude with a misfortune X.
Okay.
And that's got my it's the one with my corset. It doesn't do as well.
He fails. Indra.
You know, to ensure his quote-unquote coolness, I'm going to make him blind.
You can't see him. He's on top of the cliff.
Then I look over at Amos and shrug my shoulders like, what? Huh? Like, do we trust this? Like, what? And I will hold my actual action until, let's say, he acts aggressively.
Okay, it is his turn, and he walks into the mesa, and he's out of your line of sight.
Well, shit.
I got this.
Combat is over.
No, it's not, because my turn. I want to use my elemental body to transform myself into a huge air elemental.
I get where you're going to try and go with that, but by the same token, I can already fly and have haste, and, you know, I can fly up there, so I don't know how far away he is.
Well,
Fly up there and chop his shit up.
We can go up there and mess him up and bring his ass back here.
This has already added like a half day to our travel dealing with this bullshit. We're gonna have to move these bodies so that we can get through here.
Well, why did we want this guy left alive anyway?
I kind of want to know what's going on with these two different tribes.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Well,
The giants are killing the scorpion peoples. Well, you want to, let's search these. We'll search the pit, the dead scorpion. I'll drag it out of the way.
Wouldn't the scorpion be gone as it has been burning in holy fire?
it's gone.
Give me a knowledge nature check.
It consumes the remains in utterly in holy fire.
Erevan, who is Captain fucking Planet, lets you know that
It's dead, yo.
that this is a giant emperor scorpion.
It was, like you said, the spell description. There's nothing left.
Yeah, it was a giant emperor scorpion. They are
Ex-giant emperor.
it is what dug the pit. I mean, they dig pits and then they pop out at people or things. But despite their huge size or their big size, they are still just scorpions. They're not intelligent. You know, they're as smart as any other scorpion. So it looks like it dug the pit here.
And those two idiots were just waiting for something to happen because, you know, to lulls.
Well, let's search the one giant, and we could also drag his ass out of the way.
On him, you find a huge club. And he's wearing some armor, but the entry in his thing doesn't say what kind.
Probably garbage, because he's a garbage person.
So nothing of value.
Who is searching the giant?
Well, I'll search, but I was hoping one of our people that could look at magic eyes would actually come look.
You detect magic on that shiz.
There is no magic. Though, Amos, give me a fort save.
How about fuck you and your disease in the goat ass?
Okay, yes.
Right in the goat eyes.
Guess I'm just gonna heal Amos.
That is what his face looks like. You can see he's got some pustules and shit.
Yay. Indra's back at the cart going, I prefer the smell of the camels.
Hang on. It's 20, 41, 49, 59. Yeah, that heals me to full. I can't believe you used destruction on a scorpion.
I never had a character actually have level 7 spells, so I mean, why not?
I'm not saying why not. I'm just, it's one of those, okay. That's a spell that people rarely use.
Exactly, because honestly, this is my first dedicated spellcaster ever, so I mean, it just sounds fucking cool.
Okay. So, I guess we clear the way and continue on. If there's nothing of value anywhere around here.
Yep,
Is there anything in the scorpion pit, like loot?
No, it's just an empty pit. There's some scorpion shit in the bottom.
Like, literally poop, not like his cool, like, record collection and, like, you know, his diary.
Yeah, no, literally scorpion poop.
Dear diary, today I stung some motherfuckers. It was awesome.
Okay. You continue on. The next day, nothing of interest happens. Just more hot, dry, arid desert. And that continues on for several days. Just wind and sand, camel farts.
And Indra, like, singing for us to keep us occupied.
Yeah, Indra singing as she drives along. And actually, this would be a good time to take a quick break.
Already?
Go
Pee-pee time.
Yeah, go check on your kids, go pee, whatever you gotta do.
I need to restart my computer, so I will be right back.
Nope.
So I ran Iron Gods Module 1 for Pathfinder Society. I'm thoroughly convinced now that I have to run all 6 parts so I can get a character that has the 6th Chronicle.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Half the characters didn't really like the robot aspect of technology stuff in the game, but were actually freaked out because the robots were just so freaking weird.
Is everybody back?
I think Sol is still restarting.
Damn it, Sulla. Doobie doobie doo.
Dooby doo.
Damn, how much porn does Sala have on her hard drive that it takes this long to restart?
All of it.
Apparently, she plays on a potato.
No, I honestly just think she probably has a whole fuckload of porn. So her hard drive's like, 5 terabytes of fucking nudie shit surrounding a couple games.
Doesn't everybody have SSDs by now?
No, not everybody. I don't have an SSD, but I've got a decent hard drive that I, keep clean. Sala, I know, has a shitty hard drive. And her boyfriend, her been together for God knows how many years, but they won't get married. Boyfriend, he's actually in IT, and I've told her that I'm very disappointed in him for letting her game on such a computer with such a shitty hard drive.
Yeah, it's SSDs are the way to go. It's just boot times are incredible.
Problem is, SSDs can't hold nearly as much as some of the bigger hard drives.
And they have a shorter lifespan.
Well, that shorter lifespan thing is a little bit of a thing of like first generation ones.
Well, it's also a shorter lifespan if people actually defragment them, which you're not supposed to do,
Exactly.
But people are in the habit of doing, which is how I destroyed mine.
Yeah, I don't use Windows either, though, so I don't have to defrag shit.
Well, you don't have to defrag an SSD anyway.
No,
but
I don't.
But depending on how much the information changes on the SSD, that can degrade its lifespan. Because every time you rewrite something on an SSD, you're basically cutting time off how long it'll work.
Yeah, but that's like splitting hairs, because the newer ones are like you don't really have to worry about that as long as you don't like freaking defrag it.
It's not as bad as the old ones used to be, but it's still something you have to take into account. A modern SSD is going to have a shorter lifespan than a modern HHD.
It all depends on what you want. Most people will actually, ideally, you go with the dual setup, where you have the stuff you need quick on the SSD, and then the bigger, bulkier stuff on the HHD.
Oh yeah, like
or HDD.
Yeah, putting the like your operating system on a SSD, that's I don't have an SSD, but I would love to get one eventually and just put Windows on it, and then have all of my games and stuff and all my files on the actual hard drive, because then Windows would load up real quick. And
they're actually not that expensive, you know. I mean, they're granted you don't get as nearly as much, you know, price per gigabyte as you would on a, you know, on a mechanical drive, but I mean,
yeah, but see, I'm cheap.
they have really cheap ones. I think I put like $60.
No, I'm like Scrooge McDuck levels of cheap. Like, I have never met a cent that I don't love like my own child, and I never want to part with.
Dude, she is. When
she's like a miser.
I am a miser.
When we first started dating, right? And I moved down to Georgia from New York to live with her. And her computer setup in the apartment was on this rickety ass table with an old fucking, you know, it wasn't the flat panel monitor. It was the old, you know, big round back. Yeah, big
CRT. Still worked.
Yeah.
No reason to get rid of it if it still worked.
The thing is, this whole thing shook. It was a crappy computer chair. It was like all this, and I'm like, seriously? This is what you game on?
How did you play Ark on that?
Well, she didn't. This was back in, how did she play WoW on this? How did you raid on this stuff?
Oh my god.
Hey, the CRT was ancient, the desk was rickety, but the computer was good.
The computer was so-so.
Also, WoW is not the most, like, even after like the various graphic upgrades, WoW has never been like a super demanding game on your system.
This was back, this was what, 11 years ago?
Yeah.
10 years ago, whatever it was. And yeah, it was enough, but the computer was, at the time, was still 4 years old, 3 years old, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. But yes, I am very, very cheap.
I'm not so much cheap as much as I am broke most of the times.
Yeah,
so I'm kind of cheap as default by that.
I'm teacher broke.
You could be teaching summer school for extra cash.
No,
public employee broke.
I have to watch somebody has to watch my kids in the summer, you know?
I am a non-librarian library employee broke.
Ouch. That pretty much limits you to either the custodian or the fucking poor schlub who has to push the racks around and restack books.
I work IT.
Oh, okay, that's right, that too.
The people
you can tell it's been a while since I've been to the library.
The people who, actually, with the way my union works, union, air quotes, the pages and stuff who shelve the books are still technically library employees despite not having their degrees.
I love my teacher union. I happen to say some things sometimes as a teacher, and my union saves my butt.
Yes, being a teacher, you do kind of have to watch yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
I work for the military. No one has to watch what they say.
Yeah, but there's a certain leeway that they give people that military employees get that, you know, teachers don't.
Yeah, I know. It's two different lifestyles. It's, yeah.
Yeah, but you're office military in the support services area. That's a totally different military as well.
I work at the USARC headquarters.
What do you do?
Supply.
Oh.
But still, it's still a military headquarters, so you could be walking through the hallways, you know, spouting profanity. As long as you're not shouting it, no one's going to care. And if you're shouting, they're going to be like, hey, you know, inside voices.
Yeah, just don't make any, you know, even off-color, sexist seeming, racist seeming, anything that's going to get you a Sharps class joke.
go on rants about the Jews, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta be really, really nice. But they gave me a lot of leeway just because they know, like, oh, well, he's just a crazy old freaking army vet, so he's just nuts.
Solo fucking rebuilding her computer?
I don't even
I
fucking know.
guess.
Somebody give her a call, jeez.
In this amount of time, I could have turned off my computer, opened my computer, taken my computer apart, washed or blown the dust off of everything, including taking out the actual CPU and cleaning off the thermal paste, putting on new thermal paste.
Okay, Skippy, now you've gone to the point of going too far.
I'm just saying. I could have rebuilt my computer in this amount of time.
But you're not Super Saiyan.
No, I'm not Super Saiyan.
It's been like a half hour.
Yeah, about 20 minutes, but
Okay. While we're waiting, that music was getting a little repetitive, so
I didn't even hear the music. Did you have it on?
yeah.
I haven't heard it the whole time.
Yeah, but I have mine off, so.
No, I have my music on. I just don't hear anything.
Huh. Does it look super low or something?
No?
Can you hear this one?
While she's just trolling you with a dog whistle or something?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Can you hear the music?
No, oh, you know what it is? I have, I added a script buster to my, my Firefox there, so it's not allowing the music. That would explain it.
Yeah. I love playing those like really high-pitched sounds that only like dogs and little kids can hear. Because like, you know, I can't hear it, and I'll blast it over like the big-ass speakers I have in my classroom. And the class is like, ah! I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I can't hear shit.
Yeah, well, they did that study, was it several years ago when cell phones were first becoming an ubiquitous thing, where kids were having their ringtone set at a certain tone that most people over the age of like 30 can't hear.
Yeah, yeah. That and like, you know, hearing loss from military. It's like, I can barely hear anything.
So what you're saying is I spent hours finding just the right desert ambiance sound, and you aren't even listening to it.
Yeah,
I thought it was fun.
Listening.
I honestly just thought you weren't playing it.
Somebody popped
Hey,
in
I just
there.
saw Sala pop in.
Hey, she rebuilt her computer, went to Best Buy, bought a new one.
Although at this point, she's probably talking in the wrong...
She's probably talking in vent.
yeah, she's chatting in vent right now and venting. She's venting in vent.
So I anticipate some F-bombs.
Some long, drawn-out sighs.
Fuck.
Hello, Sala.
I am so sorry. I was like, my computer's not acting right. I'm just gonna do a quick restart, and then it's like, oh yeah, you're restarting. Awesome. Let's put in all these updates. I am super sorry.
Yeah, we were wondering, you know, how many gerbils were required to run your computer to... were you, like, carving it out on the vinyl for your hard drive?
She had to change her vacuum tubes.
My computer is not that old. I think it's maybe it's going to be 3 years come my birthday. So that means it's time for a new gaming rig.
I was going to say, the problem is, it's all the porn you have stashed on your hard drive. It just takes forever to reload.
I do have a huge amount of images, and a lot of them do, you know, there is naked people, but it's mostly art stuff. Like, it's clothing design, it's all sorts of... It's really boring. Okay, but we are back in the desert.
Okay.
Camels on.
So I was saying, you know, several more days pass relatively uneventfully. You know, someone wakes up, they have a scorpion in their boot. They don't get stung, it just feels really awkward when they put their foot in there.
What dumbass doesn't shake their boots before they put them on?
One of the camels spits on Araven. You know, nothing major.
And she kind of makes like a threatening curse at the camel.
Oh, don't pretend it's the first time.
Yes.
Hey, just because the geisha is used to getting spit on doesn't mean the witch is.
And at some point during the caravan, there will be a point where Crumb is sitting there giggling and waiting till someone comes over and he points down and he goes, "Camel toe!"
Then he'll probably try to, make the move on the camels.
Well, don't go that way, man.
Okay, eventually you find yourselves crossing a rocky field studded with weathered stone blocks, as if some great building had once stood in the area. The blocks are immense and heavily weathered, though much of their mass must lie buried beneath the dry, compacted earth.
I like this map. Did you make it?
Actually, this one, yes. This one I made myself.
You actually made this?
Well, from pieces I found on Roll20, yes, but I put it together.
Oh,
looks good.
Looks pretty. Those almost look like
Well,
rocks.
As you are crossing, this rocky kind of barren field, from across the other side of the field, you see several figures approaching.
Do they look like giants?
Or do they look like scorpion people?
The scorpion people with the head on a pike.
I hate to be that person, but I'm of course it is. I am the driving the damn camel cart, so I have to be in front, and I hate it.
That's okay. I'm right next to you.
As the scorpion people are approaching, they all have bows, but they're holding them over their heads, not in a "we're going to shoot you" kind of way. They're holding them up, say, kind of in almost in a salute, as if they are signaling their wish to parley.
Oh, parley is good.
They get about that close and then they stop. They're holding their bows up and they're waiting.
I will hop off the wagon and walk out into the field.
Because I'm a cleric of Shellen.
How much tequila has the cleric of Shalen been basted in?
I will follow behind just in case.
Damn, that's a big bitch.
And just the one approaches you. The others stay back.
So she as big as a scorpion?
Boy.
She looks like a centaur, kind of, only instead of a horse half, it's scorpion half.
Hey, girl.
So her upper body from the waist up is the same size as a human, basically.
How you doing,
and then
girl?
the rest is like a giant scorpion.
I am back on the camel cart, and even I am just like sighing and shaking my head.
So there's going to be talking, and you're going to let Amos do it?
Oh, no, Crumb.
You're going to let Crumb do it?
Crumb got the diplomacy skills.
We're in this together.
I can handle this.
She greets you, and
Salam alaikum.
you have entered the territory claimed by the Olkuri Gertablilu tribe. While I acknowledge your endurance and persistence in traveling so far into the parched lands, I must insist that you turn back and return whence you come.
Yeah, we can't do that because we're heading somewhere out there, and I just point in a general nebulous direction in the way we're heading.
We gotta find somebody who came through this area and is a jerk.
He goes, please, as a sign of goodwill, we will give you enough food and water to retrace your steps out of the desert.
We have to find this guy. And if two giants are gonna stop us, then, I don't think the elements here are gonna stop us either.
You have met giants?
Yes, we
killed their asses.
Yes.
She kind of sniffs derisively. She's like, the giants are reckless and cruel. They care nothing for the history of this land, and they revere nothing, neither the past nor life itself.
Yeah, well, they had a great big giant scorpion with them, but...
We're trying to find a dude looking for a lost city in the middle of the desert.
Perhaps you saw him pass through this place?
One of our patrols tried to stop a group such as yours, bound along this same path.
He's a bad hombre.
The trespassers did not hear a warning, but responded with violence. I found the corpses of my kin scattered across the stones. And we learned this story when our sand speaker communed with their spirits.
Is this the guys that go on patrol that missed a patrol?
One of our patrols, yes.
Okay, yeah, we saw them in the...
Hang on, we've got a picture of Lol somewhere in our book, right?
Yeah, sure. We have plenty of art pieces to count lulls from this friggin' house.
Let's see, because, well, she said she spoke, their sand speaker. Was this the person that was part of that group?
I did not see them myself. Our sand speaker spoke with their spirits of our departed brethren.
Well, did they describe the person?
It doesn't matter. We're going to tell them that. Indra steps forward and we appreciate your offer of water and food, and under normal circumstances it might be a welcome offer, but we seek someone who has not only killed your kinsman but has gravely injured us, and we must end him before he, further degrades.
Before he destroys the world.
Yeah, that.
Destroys the world? What do you mean?
He is heading to the hidden city of... word I can't remember. I look back to the wagon with the lady. I'm like, do a little
yeah. Just assume you remember the name. It's Nerivzian or Nerivzian. I can't remember it either. The city.
The city. It has been lost for millennia, but he seeks it to do much evil, and we seek it to stop him. We have a former resident with us who is showing us the way. I'm gonna toss this old lady underneath the bus.
She's kind of like some alien mind swap person.
Okay, but how would he destroy the world? We know this city.
It's got something to do with Haster or something like that.
He wishes to call forth old gods. Gods better left in their graves.
Alright, give me a bluff or diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. I'm assisting Sala.
And the diplomat with that 44.
And she looks thoughtful. She says,
Do you have a boyfriend?
Shut up!
Along the path you travel, you will find ruins. They hold no treasure, no adventure, no glory, only death. But they are ancient and venerable. Give me a knowledge, history, planes, or religion check.
No treasure, no glory. All right, we'll take the food and water.
We don't need no glory, and we don't need treasure.
Okay, with those checks, yeah, the knowledge planes that Michael has. Indra, do you want to do any other checks? Aravan, do you want to do any history or religion?
Let me try history.
Indra can't remember what she had for breakfast. Okay, with
Aravan knows all the things.
With Aravan's knowledge history and Michael's knowledge planes, you managed to convey to the Scorpion people your respect for the past and the forsaken sites where evil dwells. When you do so, the scorpion woman nods. She says, I shall tell my people that you are permitted, but not welcome, to travel our lands.
Thank you.
Beware the cursed city that lies several days from here. Within it slumbers a terrible evil that we have watched for ages, and it stirs once more. It is best that none wake it entirely, lest it cast its shadow across other lands. Should you emerge from the shattered streets showing signs of its influence, know that I shall personally destroy you so that you do not spread its curse.
She digs me, dude. She totally wants me.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
Shut up.
With that, she bows, her head. She goes, but I do wish you great luck and fortune in finding the one you seek and destroying the evil he seeks to bring.
You're damn right.
Totally bows back. Respectful respect.
Yeah, that fucker owes us. He took 5 years of our lives.
Destroyed so many other lives, too.
And he took 5 years of our lives.
And he's just a bad dude overall.
Bad armor.
She turns and starts heading away, and she gestures to the other scorpion people, and they call their scorpions, and they start heading out.
Damn, girl, you got some flaws,
As
that
it
shit?
happens, I like Crone. Are you a leg man?
I'm a tail.
I-
man.
I-
She's got like 8 of them.
I like it.
I look at Crump. Where do you even think you're going to stick it in something like that?
How am I supposed
She has a
to,
mouth.
How am I supposed to know if I don't find out? Never seen a hag before. Y'all ruined that.
Can't even. Stop.
Irvin just kind of sighs and walks back to the wagon.
Caravan to the caravan.
Caravan to the caravan, yes.
I'm an adventurer.
Fucking pervert.
I'm a trailblazer, okay? Just like my daddy and my mommy.
Irvin kind of leads over to Indra and says, I could probably curse him to make his dick fall off or something.
I would agree, except then we'd have it just laying there on the floor trying to fuck anything else it could reach.
Not for nothing,
right?
but you're really not the one to like cast aspersions on an individual's sexual practices.
If you've seen Idle Hands,
Standards.
I've seen the guy who ran up and hugged you back in the town. If you claim standards, I say you're lying.
He had 2 legs, 2 hands, and was relatively human shape. I kind of think that is a big improvement on several of them.
Yeah, but she's like a scorpion queen.
Hell yeah.
That's like nobility.
She's an emperor scorpion people.
Irvin's just in the back of the cart, just kind of rubbing her temples.
See that hair? Takes in this desert? That's awesome.
It's not so much hair. Hang on. See, that's not hair. That's just like really long chittin.
It's like chitinous braids.
Hell yeah. When in Rome, even Alexander got a foreign wife.
I literally can't even. She's just, like, Indra's just fucking done. She's fucking done.
Oh, stop.
Wouldn't be the phone. I think she's fucking.
Okay, the next day, as the party travels across a salt plain, marred and broken by countless what looks like giant feet. As you walk across the salt plains, From the south, you hear a very loud "Hello!" And you see two giants approaching. One of them is waving.
Oh, hell yeah, more giants to kill. This looks like the freaking moon, dude.
Does that giant look like, acid burned or familiar or anything?
They look like the same kind of giants, but they don't seem injured at all.
Okay. Yeah, it was just
Good call.
But they are not making any threatening gestures, and they are obviously trying to get your attention.
Okay.
And they are walking towards you slowly.
I will move out front so that wherever they're coming, I'll be and I will wave.
Hello, strong peoples!
Yes, that's to us, the strong people.
Oh, we know! Pohop came home and told us. He said that you damn near split Cal in half.
Did you tell him what happened to the scorpion?
No! The other giants, the one who attacked you?
Yeah, I know, but did he say what happened to the scorpion that he had there? The one that turned into
He said it went up like you had soaked it in oil. This is very impressive.
I didn't know I had it in me.
The other one says, yes, very impressive. We are all impressed.
So, why are you here?
Oh, we're here to invite you back to camp.
Why?
This could be interesting.
Oh, because Mother Grimmoon wants to talk to you.
Mother who?
Mother Grimmoon. She leads our tribe.
Your mother lover.
It's going to be like throwing a sausage down a hallway for you, isn't it?
Let's just like crawl in.
Nice and warm in there.
I look at him.
Embrace, you know?
This does not seem.
So, why does she want to talk to us?
Oh, she says she's seen you in dreams, and she has entered the city and returned, so she is an expert, and she wants to speak to you about this.
Okay, we definitely should.
Yeah, okay, that sounds like we need to go talk to her.
I look back at Kiki and I'm like, would giants be able to get into the city?
She said in dreams.
Kiki says, as far as I know, there's nothing stopping people from entering.
I'm just wondering if a giant could fit through it, but okay.
So this person's an alien, right?
Yeah, that's what she says.
Yeah, she's an alien mind in a human body.
Again, that's what she says. She could be full of crap.
What is her connection to this city?
Her body's in the city.
And she wants it back.
Okay.
And also, a few millennia ago, she and others of her people came to the city to fight their ancient enemy that had created the city.
Apparently they didn't win.
No, they won. They defeated their ancient enemy and sealed them beneath the city.
Okay.
Doesn't mean she's the good guy, though.
I know.
And it just means she's not totally altruistic. She's in it for herself.
Which I can respect on some level.
It makes me trust her more.
A little bit, yeah.
People who claim to do shit for the greater good are usually evil.
Or Saren.
He says to the priest.
When has he ever said he'd do anything for the greater good?
So the two giants are like, excellent! Come with us! We will lead you to camp.
Okay, we got any good food over there?
Of course!
I will whisper this. They, their skin, their stuff, they're, diseased. So...
I got a spell for that.
Yeah. I'm gonna hand everyone an anti-plague since we had them. I've had them in the bag forever, just in case.
So it does take about 2 days to reach their camp.
Jesus.
They've been kind of looking for you since you killed their one of their tribe members and the other one ran away. And they talk about the tribe member who ran away and the one who got killed, like they say that they suck, that they're so weak, they couldn't even pull off an ambush with a giant scorpion. I mean, what is wrong with them? But you guys, no wonder you kicked their butt so hard.
Well, see, you're saying that, but then that makes it sound like we suck because we beat up people who suck.
Yeah,
maybe they were great and we're just awesome.
You are pretty awesome because, Poap told us how you killed Cal. I mean, you didn't just kill him. You killed him. Like, really killed him.
Yeah, Amos, you did kind of kill it. Pretty good. It was like 3 minutes.
Whilst we're traveling, since it's 2 days, why don't people make some knowledge local checks to find out what kind of giants these are and learn about them?
I don't know that skill.
And during these 2 days, you do see that the giants do kind of prank each other. Like, one will be walking, and the other one will, like, trip him and start laughing at him. And
it's 2 days, so you can roll twice.
Let's see.
No wonder it takes so long, because they're all fucking off.
These are like the giant equivalent of, like, douche bros.
Okay, Erebin, if you assist Indra with her knowledge local check.
Yes, I would just say.
I can too on the second one with 12, so
yeah,
we could have a 24 total. We suck at knowledge local.
Okay, that's enough to give you. These are ash giants. They live in barren terrain. But yet they somehow survive and even thrive in desperate lands. They have an uncanny ability to bond with the enormous and often mutated vermin they share their landscape with, and they sometimes use the largest of the creatures as mounts. They are brash and violent, and their humor is incredibly dark. Killing someone for a prank is just as funny as tripping a friend while on a hunt. While not inherently evil, lifetimes of being antagonized by other tribe have practically bred violence into their minds.
So they're like super predators.
They're dude pro super predators.
Oh,
and one of them talks about how the guy you killed must have been an idiot for setting up a prank on someone who could obviously murderize him so much. They don't seem to be upset that he's dead.
That's cool. It's good family times.
So after about 2 days, you come to their camp.
Those tents look a little small for giants their size.
Ignore the size of the tents. The map is horrible. So about the 12th day, you reach the Shatter Smile camp. That is the name of their tribe.
Oh, nice.
The temporary dwelling of one of the several ash giant nomadic clans that travel the Parchlands in a loose circuit in search of prey and raw materials. The two giants you're traveling with, their names are Oag and Lorohak. And as you travel through the camp, they bring you, through, and everyone kind of looks at you and seems to know who you are. Several dozen broad tents of hides stretched across bone and chitin supports sprawl out in the shadow of a steep-sided hill. Glassy rivulets of broken obsidian slither down the dark slopes, and the entire peak is cleft in two as if split by some tremendous force.
I'm holding the anti-plague like a ward against these things, and am prepared to suck it down the moment anybody looks like they're going to touch me.
And they bring you to a large pavilion where you see a large ash giant woman. Wrinkles radiate like cobwebs across the leathery mask that is the face of this aging ash giant. Her stare intensifies and her smile twists into a rictus of delight. And she says, "At long last, the dreamers arrive. Survivors of Sarnath, delvers of darkness, seekers of the oasis, they who walked in the sleeping forest and spoke to the Yellow King. You have walked upon the moon with footsteps that echo of the end times." Yes, yes, I have awaited you. Tell me, what would you do before the world dies?
Well, I'd like to see my arms wrapped around the dude's freaking skull. That freaking.
That's what she looks like.
You know what, dude? Go get your sub.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Hey, you can cast enlarge person on yourself.
Damn right, full strength too.
You cast it, but not everywhere equally. I literally, I look at Crumb and I can't believe it. Just literally,
she's too old
no.
for me.
We seek to prevent the end of the world. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, or, if we can't do that, at least kick the shit out of lulz before, for past grievances.
When Indra says, prevent the end of the world, she just kind of smiles knowingly. Such pretty words, but pretty words can't fell off foes. And she creakily gets to her feet and begins walking towards the cleft in the hills and waves you all to follow.
Ooh, goody.
Hey, Crumb, check out the ash on her.
Oh, she's so ashy.
So she's kind of walking this way.
She carries that thing like she's a boss.
The Shatter smile is proud and strong and has always taken stone from this hill. This time its people found one of the beasts that Giratablu stole from us. And even the clan's best claw speakers cannot convince the poor thing to submit.
Caravan, follow us. I don't want to leave you.
This has made the Shatter smile resent the beast, and I have not intervened. Nor had I not intervened, they would have thrown rocks until it crumbled. Good, but not bold. The beast is too immense to risk getting closer, so they have trapped it in the hill. And she walks towards the large pile of rocks.
Why do I think I need a can of chrome spray paint? Someone to witness me.
You are the dream walkers, the city seekers, the end stoppers. You you come to me seeking my counsel, yet you cannot command the true respect of this clan yet. Tame what they cannot, fight what gives them fear, and they shall honor you. The Shatter Smile is not strong enough to brave the holy city. If you cannot be stronger than them, why should I waste breath explaining that you are too weak to enter? And she gestures to the pile of rocks.
Okay. Let's go kill something else.
Alrighty.
Okay, the cleft is partly blocked by a jumble of boulders nearly 10 feet tall. And if you climb over,
I'll fly over.
roll for initiative.
Holy shit, that's a big ass scorpion. Why is there camels? Is it attacking the camels or eating, or I don't know.
Yes.
That's just a picture of it. Amos.
Well, this is going to be fun. Amos is going to... Amos is going to ready a charge as soon as Indra starts dancing and does her stuff.
You want to wait for a bless, bud?
Your bless has like a 50-foot radius burst. You can take a couple steps forward and still hit me.
Okay, Aravan.
Okay. I'm going to delay for the time being, I think.
Indra.
I am going to touch Amos, give him heroism, and then begin to dance.
Still holding, Aravan?
You know what? Let's do some shit.
Hang on, it's my turn. Because I said
Okay.
I'd already action for as soon as
True that.
Solid did her stuff.
Amos.
Charge!
Okay.
Man, I feel like we're fighting that giant Transformers Decepticon city transformer that was a scorpion.
Scorponok. Anyway,
I used to have that toy.
I never had the toy, but I was a fan. I'm going to move up for now. I did. It was dope as fuck.
Also, hang on, let me see. It is not get an attack of opportunity. Never mind. It hasn't gone yet.
I shall cast destruction on this thing.
Aravan.
Okay, I'm going to move up. Hasted, correct?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Haste will be next round. I gave him heroism this
I'm
time.
going to move up, and I'm going to do a knowledge check on that big scorpion thing.
It is a knowledge nature.
I am Captain Planet.
Wait, hang on. Let me see. It's knowledge nature.
He knows everything.
37.
Yeah, it looks like a scorpion.
That's
Any
fucking
particular vulnerabilities, resistances?
Hang on, let me double check here. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this is a. It's called a black scorpion, which is, a towering scorpion whose carapace is black as coal. Its claws are each as long as a man's body.
Right on.
They are poisonous. It is one of the largest desert predators, capable of stinging with blinding speed. This creature is constantly on the hunt.
Okay. Any particular weaknesses or vulnerabilities?
No, it's pretty much a scorpion, just a really, really big
Really big one.
It can sting fast. That's pretty much all it's got. Sting is poison, like a scorpion,
Okay. Let's see here. Can still do a spell, correct?
Yes.
I am going to use Flame Strike with my Intensify Rod.
That's pretty intense.
Intensify won't help Flame Strike because Flame Strike already goes up to 15d6, so it'll cap at your level of 13.
Oh well.
Intensify helps spells that stop below your level.
I got you.
Like if you want to do a fireball, Intensify would help you.
Don't you have to use the rod though when you memorize the spell?
No, it's when you cast the spell.
Oh, okay.
In that case, I'm just going to hit it with Evil Eye and drop the saves.
Okay, it's vermin. It's doesn't have intelligence, and it's immune to mind affecting.
Okay then.
So if you want to do that spell instead, because you should have known that with your massive knowledge nature check.
Cool. So let me do the old front Flame Strike on the bitch.
Okie dokie.
It's vermin, not a dog.
That should actually be 13d6. But yours is at 11.
The next time you roll for anybody an unupdated spell, whatever the damage is on it, that's the damage it's going to be.
Yes. I swear I updated that earlier.
Crumb.
I am going to move 10 feet forward. Actually, let's go 15, hell, just to be sure. And I'm going to cast Destruction on the scorpion. So it needs a DC 20-something save here. DC 22, Fortitude.
And you can see up around the cliff, there are a bunch of ash giants looking down, cheering you guys on. So what save is it?
DC
Fort.
22, Fortitude.
24.
A giant monster's favorite save.
Okay, so it takes, instead, not 10 per level, it just takes 10d6. So let me roll that. Those are absolutely shitty rolls.
Okay, can I just hit my Flame Strike button to make sure my macro updated right?
Yeah.
Because I did it earlier and it did not save for some reason.
So I do Destruction on him, and then I go change my daughter's diaper.
Okay. The scorpion attacks Amos.
Ooh, that's possible. Hang on. Damn it! I didn't negate the crit.
So does the 37 hit?
It does on the nose.
Does the 55 grab?
Well, yeah, obviously. But I'm just tallying up damage here. 18, 25, 27.
And then the constrict from the claw. And give me a fort save. Okay, you're fine. You don't get poisoned. Indra.
I move up to here, and I cast haste.
Amos.
No, I have a one-handed weapon, so fuck it. I'm just gonna attack the thing.
Okay, let's see here.
Well, does a 30 hit?
30 hits on the nose.
Then all my shit confirms. So 73 on the first hit, because she's in range for the Sonic, I think. No, she's not. So 70 on the first hit. 34 on the second hit. So 104. Then 140.
Your third hit will kill it.
It's kind of anticlimactic.
It's just a scorpion.
But it's a really big scorpion.
Anticlimactic. I just took 103 points of damage in one round.
Yeah,
Maybe anticlimactic to you. You want to come up front next time?
I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Little
I'm just saying that you took all that damage. You still have more health than me, and you know we could have gone for a little bit more. You know, we've gotten one spell off. Most of us.
Did you kill it?
Yeah.
As a swift action, as it's going down, it lashes out with another sting.
It's fucking gay.
But of course, it's dying, so it misses.
I slap it away disdainfully.
Slap it with the flat part of your blade.
And all the giants up on the cliffside are cheering. They're like just loving this.
Well, they loved it for about 3 seconds.
No, I charged and hit it in the first round. Then it got hit by a flame strike, a destruction spell. You cast a haste, and it was because of the haste that I was able to chop it up in the second round. So that was actually a lot of people involved in the attack there.
You're a sushi chef.
That's fucking teamwork.
So if you hadn't killed it this round, Crumb would have definitely had to come up and do some healing.
Amos, fuck yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I took 103 points of damage that round.
Oh, you're good.
I do like that picture. That the scorpion's like, fuck this camel, especially fuck this camel.
Yeah, that's the actual picture from the DMG, I think, or from the bestiary.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck this camel in particular?
No, it's dead. He killed it. You have to like bring it back from the dead.
I got that spell.
Do not say
Once the scorpion is defeated, the ash giants cheer and begin dismembering it to harvest its meat and chitin.
I got resurrection.
Means back on the menu.
Mother Grimmoon
That poor scorpion.
smiles at you all and beckons you to join her up the igneous hill, where she climbs up the hill and sits at the summit.
I mean, it's obviously they were abusing this scorpion.
No, she told you they come here to harvest the stone, and when they got here, the scorpion was here, and they couldn't calm it down. So.
Well, yeah, because look, it's a huge ass scorpion. They're regulated.
Oh, please, just stop. Just stop.
The scorpion didn't deserve. At least it went out like a freaking champ instead of like a little bitch.
I'm gonna roll a fucking boulder down on you.
That's okay. At least it went out like a champ.
So Mother Grimmoon tells you there's a small path on the cliffside. So she invites you to come up. She gets up there and she sits down on the weathered summit. And she smiles, nodding her head slightly, and says, "So, what would you like to know?"
Did Count go through here?
How far has Balls gotten with his whatever he's doing there in the city?
It has been a long time since I entered the city, so I have not seen what he is doing in there myself. The Shatter Smile saw him travel to the Holy City from the west, but he had entered its sacred ground before our people could catch him. He was not alone. Many small folk kowtowed in his wake. He is a fool, yet even a fool can awaken the World Eater, and he has its taint upon him.
What's his World Eater's name?
It is not to be spoken.
Well, can you draw a picture so I can roll knowledge religion and see if I understand it? I mean, a picture's nice. I like pictures. You don't have to speak then.
No.
Is it related to Haster?
Many dreams reflect the waking world. You fought the madness that lives below the ground. And so too does madness sleep under the sand here. You awakened the madness that slumbers beneath the water, and so too is the water here home to the greatest fiend. You walked among the towering trees, and so too do the buildings tower in the holy city. You seek the oasis from which oblivion is born. It lies within the city.
That's poetry.
The city itself is dead, abandoned by all but those who had gazed into the apocalypse and survive. Only the seated, the World Eaters, children, stir the dust with their feet.
Hey, this lady is a mind swap person. Does she have something to do with this?
I know not of mind swapping.
She's one of those alien. What's the name of them?
I don't think she actually told us.
She told you she was a Yithian.
She's a Yithian.
I know not of Yithian.
Okay. Apparently she said she was there when they fought.
Oh, she fought the sleepers below. The ones who sing and whistle and whisper.
Allegedly.
promising to consume all that live. They can taste your very breath.
Doesn't sound very pleasant.
There is. They built the city. Stone buildings that loom and twist, rising too high and at strange angles with no windows. They built the pillars, stranger than all others and not half so tall, bearing the language of other realms, inscribed with rituals and promises to bind this world to another.
Is there a star stealer there too?
I do not know what a star stela
I'm gonna draw a
is.
picture like the ones that are back in Thrushmore.
When you start sketching the proof, she goes, yes, I slept beneath each pillar once, each night awakening with overwhelming urges to consume, to doubt, or revel.
This lady's lost her mind.
I look at him. Like, really? Really now? Really?
Yeah, I thought she was just deranged before, but now I literally think she's insane. She belonged in that freaking asylum.
The world eater slumbers within the oasis, trading dreams for souls. Those who lack the spirit to understand its call are immune.
So
Those of
we
those
shouldn't
of
sleep there?
those of fecund mind become host to its evil and spread its seed across the world. If you seek it out, you will surely awaken it. You might have already. Do you want anything else?
Can you come with us?
I shall not help that puny man condemn this world, and I shall not stand alongside those who would prevent it. If the world ends, that is Grodius's will. I shall only offer you my blessing and my wisdom, that you might be heralds of this realm's salvation or damnation. But the shattered smile shall remain here for many days more before traveling again. If my magic would delay your own deaths before then, seek me out once more.
So if we need healing or something?
I can provide.
Well,
I yank a fucking giant stinger out of my fucking
Ass.
side. Yeah, we might be in need.
She laughs. Like, ha 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 ha. Ah, yes, here. And she reaches towards you.
Oh yeah, let her rub that all over your face.
Well, it's my turn. It's my turn now.
I can't say I've been worse.
I need healing. I'm hurting.
She casts Cure Serious Wounds on you.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be enough.
Yeah, that's like a tickle.
So, go ahead and roll that.
3d8 plus what? What's her? I don't know what her level is or what the.
Caster
Serious
level?
stops at 15, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 3d8 plus 15 if she's a level 15 caster. But
No, it's plus 10.
Oh, I'm a higher level caster than her.
Then why aren't you healing?
Because we might run into some other shit and save my spells for when it matters.
we're sitting here for the fucking day, yo.
Alright, fine. I'll give you a critical.
You still need more healing?
I don't know. I have to see how much she's gonna. I'm right now. I'm down 80, so it depends on what his cure critical does. Okay, so right now I'm down 49.
I can give you another. I can give you another critical.
She heals you, she channels energy for 5d6.
Oh, screw that. I'm gonna channel my energy. Bam! What's up? 7d6.
I'm still down 13. Okay, now I'm
You can
full.
sleep that off.
And that's how you get healing. You get the healers into a competition. See who could do better.
The part of me is a little bit sad.
Oh.
Well, if you hadn't made nice with the giants and actually would have had to fight Mother Grim Moon, this is one of her weapon attacks.
Well, that's it. You're not even tickling Amos yet. Nope.
Yeah, okay, you're right. She's not hitting me, but that one hit kills like any of you.
Yeah.
So if she didn't hit me first,
Smash my ass.
That 94 just brings me down to 0.
Or how about this?
Nothing.
Cleaving attack. She can hit like or she can hit like 3 of you at once.
only if we're decent.
Why wouldn't we make nice with the giants? I mean, there's no...
I don't know, but I'm just saying that if you didn't, then she's...
I mean, were we supposed to say fuck you and just start attacking them? I mean, we were given a nice
It's a
invitation.
possibility, and so it's written in here. If they don't make nice, this is what happens.
That seems like
And you would have missed out on all the information she gave you.
I missed out on half that because Crumb kept interrupting.
Sorry.
The thirst is real from the cleric.
I like how we were just in a large,
A
metropolitan
giant vagina?
city. I was going to say a large city filled with what I can only assume was a fine selection of rentable ladies' affections. And he's like, it's got leprosy, and I'd have to crawl into it like a dank, dirty sock. You know what? Let's fucking do this shit.
Well, no, all he's got to do is ask for a what do you call it? A freedom of movement spell on himself, and she could just grab him by the ankles and go to town.
And it's not just leprosy. All the other giants kind of have the growth. She's actually got bone spurs sticking out of her joints.
That's pretty metal.
But no, if you like zoom out on the map and look down at it from the overhead.
Oh yeah, that's totally a vagina cave.
I was having like flashbacks to Sayla.
I ask good questions, okay?
It's a pussy scorpion.
That can't be Sayla Cave. There's no tentacles. Sayla is a role player back in Star Wars Galaxies before I met Sala and Rem and stuff. This was way back in the day, and she was a bit. We called her. She lived on Talos, and we called her the Talusian Sarlacc.
Oh my.
Honestly, she was less slutty than some people, but it was more like the
attitude.
Yeah, and of course, who she was slutty with.
But you guys, I think we'll call it here. And next week, you can head into the city.
Ooh.
Yay, giant, creepy, fucking dungeon crawl city.
Here,
I'm looking forward to this truly creepy alien shit.
I'll read you this last bit. On your last day of the journey, you find yourself in a gentle sloping basin that contains the city of Neruzavin. From this vintage, the city and its vibrantly blue lake shimmer like an undulating mirage against the party's lifeless surroundings.
That actually sounds kind of pretty, actually.
Well,
Well, that's great. See you guys next week.
On time, hopefully 8:30. That's when we play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next week you can head into Creepy City.
Hooray!